Was ist los? It's your German boy, and welcome back to Lucy's The Eternity She Wished For. Now, in the last part, things were starting to get really interesting. We took her in to get fixed up, and she showed us a glimpse of just how freaking adorable she can be. And now, the guy who fixed her up wants to buy her off of us. So, we're just gonna have to try and navigate this. We got a couple different options for how we can resolve this issue here. Some funny, some like that. How should we handle this? You know what? I think I want to fuck with this guy a little bit. This looks like it has potential. Lucy's really a princess magically turned into a robot. The only way to lift the curse is a kiss from a handsome knight, right? Judging from the look he's giving me, I'd say he's somewhat concerned about my mental well-being. So in that case, think before you speak, alright? I'm joking. You're telling me that Lucy is an exceptional robot that's about as close as it gets to a real person, right? Honestly, I was quite surprised about that as well. I'd never seen such a robot that could emulate a real person so well. Even the new models nowadays reveal their flaws after a minute-long conversation, but I couldn't sense anything particularly out of place while chatting with Lucy. It felt just like talking to a real person. Yep. To put it simply, this is a person made out of metal. A human robot. An Iron Maiden. Wait. No! I did not see... They did it! They made the joke before I could. Imagine that, though. She's fucking jamming out to Run to the Hills, man, and Iron Maiden, listening to Iron Maiden, a metalhead that's also a metalhead. Oh my god, I need a minute. I need a minute. Oh, that is just too good. I swear I didn't pick this shirt out on purpose. Oh, damn. Alright, let's move on. A revolution in the robotics industry. The guy who created Lucy must be a true genius. Uh-huh. That aside, good thing he caught himself before calling Lucy a certain power armor-bearing superhero. Nobody likes patent infringement lawsuits. Anyway, if she was such a spectacular robot, would she really be thrown away like that? I did run into something weird. There's some sort of built-in protection feature that was stopping the robot from working properly. A protection feature? Oh, right. She booted up in safe mode last night. I remember. Rings a bell. Sounds like something the junk version of Lucy might have mentioned yesterday. Whatever it was, she seems to be doing fine now. And you removed it? Yeah, it wasn't too difficult, since it was just one of those you put on display models. I'm just curious as to why they would bother doing such a thing before throwing it away. He appears to be lost in thought. It might mean that the inventor wanted to keep this new technology sealed away from humanity. If not, then maybe... What if there was a serious bug? That's what I thought too, so I ran some tests, but found nothing. It's safe to say that she won't be harming anyone. Why would she ever want to harm people? I'm just saying that she properly obeys the 3 laws of robotics. At least she won't be a threat. The 3 laws of robotics. Something that we've discussed several times during this playthrough. Gonna skip over these because I've already read them a bunch of times. These laws enable humans to keep control of robots. They make sure that humans will always have authority over them. That's how we can avert any catastrophe. I've heard that if a robot ever disobeys one of the laws, it would immediately shut down under any circumstances. That's why there aren't any glaring flaws to this system. I shift my focus back to the numbers displayed on the calculator. Glancing at Lucy, I'm reminded of a forlorn puppy, and it's really bothering me. With sudden determination, she approaches me.
Master? お話中申し訳ございませんが。
What's wrong?
多目的用途として作られたルーシーは本当に様々なところで応用が可能です。間違いなくいろいろなところでお役に立てると思います。
Yeah, and?
ですからその
So what?
私
I never get tired of seeing. Well, I do, you fucking butt munch. Not even gonna bother with that. She's really trying to put on a show for me. Essentially, she's a self-advertising product. You don't see that every day. But willing to go this far for me. It'd be too cruel to let her go at this point. I'm not gonna make the deal, so don't worry. As I finish my sentence, the looks on their faces were different as night and day. The repairman sulks while Lucy breathes a sigh of relief. Anyway, she's good to go now, right? Here you go. I resignedly fork over the money. All my hard-earned cash. Bitterly, the repairman accepts the payment after a moment's hesitation. She's better. But be careful not to put any strain on her legs for a while. Keep it light and cut down on the excursions. Sure. So we gotta play piggyback again? Wunderbar. She's not too heavy, so I can manage. Thanks for all your help. This guy's really got it bad. Practically bleeding out over the android. Maybe I'll throw him a bone. Look, they'll do regular checkups. Sound good? Okay, but make sure to treat her well. And don't overwork her too much, alright? See you later too, Lucy. You can come visit me anytime. The look on his face while waving goodbye to Lucy was truly a spectacle. This time, he seemed to be the father seeing his daughter leave with another man. Guy's completely out of it. I definitely made the right choice. Yep. She's coming to a good home, boys. Exiting, we head out to the sidewalk. I stop in my tracks. Silent, I kneel down facing away from Lucy. Hop on. I add an explanation to make sure that she understands. That means you lightly put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back.
マスター、ちょっとお聞きしますが、
What is it?
バカだと思っていますか？
Oh no! Come on, man! I guess I no longer have to worry about being choked to death. I feel her weight gradually shift onto my back. For a robot, she's very light. She was probably measured to weigh as a normal girl. Huh?
どうしましたか？
No, it's nothing. As soon as she climbs on my back, I can't help but notice a fragrant aroma. Oh, God. Oh, boy. It's neither too intense nor fleeting. It gently spreads evenly along my... Oh, God, I feel so dirty. Can I even put this on YouTube anymore? Should I just... Yeah, we're skipping over the next couple of... Yeah, I am not fucking reading any of that. It didn't happen this morning, but why now? It's probably because of the smell. It wasn't there. Feeling a little faint? You're telling me. I desperately try to get a grasp of the situation.
脈拍が突然上がっています。マスター、どう
She's
か
on
され
to
ま
us.
したか？
Nicht gut. She's measuring my heart rate. That's not fair. I feel a little embarrassed for revealing that I'm a nervous wreck right now. Unable to hold back, I decide to be honest to myself. This smell. What is it?
あ、この匂いですか？店長さんがいくつかプレゼントしてくれたんです。女性だから自己管理は徹底しないと、と。
She takes out a bottle of perfume amongst many other makeup accessories. Jeez, that guy is scary. Really scary. He's the type of person who spends a whole day forcing his pet dog into different clothing. If you'd consider that as animal abuse, wouldn't this be some kind of robot harassment? Well, I don't know. Neither do I. Let's move on. All this stuff just for a robot. What a silly guy. Why are you laughing?
わかりませんが、自然と出てきます。
Had I just been seduced by a robot? Wait a minute. It's supposed to be the other way around, isn't it? Oh, forget I said anything. Let's move on. Well, there goes all my dignity as a human being.
重くないですか？
What are you going on about now? I purposely try to sound irritated. It doesn't affect her in any way, however.
ルーシーの体、重くないですか？
You know what? You know what? We've put this girl through enough shit this playthrough already. We're gonna compliment her this time. Well, you're lighter than I'd expected.
本当ですか？
Yeah,
お世辞じゃないですよね。女性を上げて落とすのは良くないですよ。
is that supposed to be funny? Have you been deceived all your life? Maybe I was being too rough on her. You think? This guy really starts to piss me off sometimes. I didn't think she'd start being so skeptical. Before I ruin her completely, I decide to treat her a little kinder from now on. Thank you. Thank you. Before I actually have an aneurysm. Or reach through my computer screen and pimp slap you. One of the two. I hear a small giggle coming from my back. Would a robot really feel that flattered to be called light? I don't know. Humans can't be expected to understand a robot's heart. Soon enough, the streets became immersed in the orange glow of the evening sun. The scenery was changing more slowly than usual today. Maybe it's because I'd been carrying Lucy on my back. But it's not that a lot of time had passed. Winter was just on its way, as evidenced by these increasingly shorter days. Lucy hasn't said anything for a while. I steal a glance at her, wondering if she's asleep, but she's not. She appears to be lost in thought, staring at everything in sight. She looks like a child inside a pleasant dream. See her eyes sparkling. Is it really that fascinating?
何がですか？
This place.
はい、本当に素晴らしいと思います。
I can't say if I agree with that. Unlike downtown, there aren't many distractions here to keep us busy, nor are we near any beautiful landscapes. You're just walking down a plain old street that you can find anywhere. What part of this place do you find marvelous?
すべてです。
Everything?
はい、すべてが素晴らしいです。昔は外出するときも許可が必要でしたから。外に出てこんな風に散歩する機会は数えるほどしかありませんでした。そうですね。強いて言えば、こうして動いている間にも周りの景色が変わっていくのが素晴らしいと思います。ルーシーの知らない風景がまた別の何かに変わっていく姿が、こうしてゆっくり景色を眺められるということが、そういうのがとても不思議に思います。本当に素晴らしいと思います。
I see. I couldn't relate to the sensation she just described.
マスター、
What is it?
本当に申し訳ありません。
What's with you all of a sudden? I'm caught off guard by the unexpected apology. Had she really done anything wrong? I mean, really, we should be the ones apologizing to her because we've just been the world's biggest Schwanzkopf this whole time.
ルーシーが今日迷惑ばかりかけましたよね。申し訳ございません。もともとは落ち着いた性格で、制作段階では他人を理解できる包容力をメインコンセプトにして設計されたのですが、
I found it strange how Lucy was telling me what kind of person she was supposed to be. If anyone other than Lucy had told me the same thing, I'd probably have laughed at them. Anyone by himself will never be able to find out what kind of a person he truly is. Sitting in front of a mirror reveals all the flaws of your body. Sitting in front of a person reveals all the flaws in your personality. You ever want to find out something about yourself, it needs to be reflected back to you by something else. That is why attempting to describe your own personality is the same as describing what kind of person you'd actually want to be. It'd just be a bunch of pretentious nonsense. But this is only the case for humans. Lucy is an android. She's not human. That's why it doesn't sound strange coming from her.
初めてマスターになる人に巡り会えて嬉しかったんです。久しぶりの起動だったからか騒ぎ立ててしまったこともありますが。
It was such a natural explanation about how she felt. She was happy to meet her first master, and she was happy to finally be able to move around again. You've never served anyone else before?
はい、マスターが初めてのマスターです。
Is that so? So she's a new model that no one has ever touched. That line of thinking sounds dirty, but that's not what I mean. Or is it? We'll find out.
研究所にいた頃は楽しかったです。そこにいたみんながよくしてくれました。いろいろな話をして、いろいろなことを教わりました。
A lab, did she say? Oh, I'm sure they treated her well.
何か面白い答えを出したり、指示された行動をすると、たくさんの人が喜んでくれたんです。特に真面目に貢献した時には、ルーシーは本当に賢いと頭を撫でながら褒めてくださいました。ルーシーはそれがとても嬉しかった。嬉しくて、もっとたくさんのことを学び、もっとたくさん話をしました。そうすればするほど、もっと可愛がってくれたんです。
They were probably just testing her abilities. In my mind, I found the whole scenario unsettling. To Lucy, however, it's a treasured memory of her past. But there's an important question yet to be answered. So why were you abandoned? I've always been meaning to ask her, but I can't easily bring myself to do so. I ask myself why. Maybe it's because I'm starting to care about this robot's feelings? I shake my head. That's just plain nuts. It's only because she sounds just like a real person. It's a dangerous thought. Let's get it out of my head. I blurt out the question. Then why were you abandoned? Lucy goes silent. Nothing is said for a while. The quietness stretches into an awkward silence. I start to regret asking the question.
みんな、ルーシーのことが嫌いになったのだと思います。
With those words, Lucy finally breaks the silence. And I think now is a good time to leave things off. I know again it's just starting to get good, but I need a minute to take in everything we've gone through so far. I'll be back with another episode soon enough. But till then, this has been the German Idol God. Auf Wiedersehen.